Be ready for good loving. Greetings, greetings, y'all. I need a knife. You got a knife? Sending a warm, positive vibrations from Central America. So just wanted to share blue mango. It's not blue, but the tint of it almost looks blue. So we have blue mango here. We have, they call this mango, oops, I don't get no water on the computer. Number 11. This is delicious. Mango's starting to come in. And then I can't remember. Is this Hedwig? I can't remember the name of this mango, but this one is also delicious. And then we have one sapodilla. So right on time for the birthday. I'm gonna say, you want half of this? I'm gonna share it with my sister. So I'm sure there's some other names for this in other countries. So this is the sapodilla fruit. Real kind of sugar. It's not super sweet. It kind of reminds me like of a cooked fruit pie. And I'm gonna save the seeds so I can plant them. So still celebrating the birthday. My sister is 3 days from me. So that's what it looks like when you open it up. But it's super, I think I see a bugaboo in there. I have to get with organic fruit. So before you go diving into organic fruit in the tropics, make sure you look to make sure you don't get a mouthful of worm. This one is perfectly right. Look down by the seed. This is perfect ripeness. Oh yeah, this one got a bugaboo in it. Right down by the seed. I should do it organic. I'm gonna show y'all this because this is the real deal. Y'all want organic fruit? This was like a perfect sapodilla. But this is like a bugaboo. Ooh, in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm not trying to show y'all my dress. Now I don't want to drip on the computer. But I don't know if y'all can see that. See that? That's organic. So the bugs are gonna get some and you're gonna get some. I'll put that right in the compost. That was a perfect sapodilla too. Man. So y'all come down here and hang out in Central America. Make sure you wash your fruit. I'm gonna drive this, and again, this is the blue mango. But just don't go digging in the fruit. Look at your food if it's organic. See, people think they're ready for organic. I don't know if folks really ready for organic. Right? And it could be perfect fruit. But there's so much on there. Now, why do I have a knife? I'm just sitting here. Doing everything with my hands. There are some varieties of mangoes where the skin is nice and thin. You can actually eat the skin, especially if it's organic. So I know there's no sprays at all on these mangoes. Ooh, this is a good one. This one is not as hairy a mango. So this is my idea of birthday cake. Would be mango, jackfruit. Those are my favorite fruits. Maybe pineapple. Pineapple is pretty good, but mango is my absolute favorite. This is not a hairy mango at all. So wait a minute. This is not the... Yeah, so this is the blue mango. Again, it's not exactly blue, but it has like a bluish tint. This blue mango... A lot of people read about the black mango. Black mango is not really my favorite. I'll be savoring the flavor, honey. The food is like another, you give thanks, but it's another opportunity, I think, for meditation. So, I hope you all are having a good, positive, proactive day. And something I didn't want to touch on very quickly is flat locs. Greetings, can I order some fruit? Well, I don't know what all of this, interestingly enough, several people have asked me about ordering fruit. So maybe that's something I consider. That's a whole nother kind of business, but maybe that's a possibility in the future. But in terms of shipping and the post office, all of that stuff is kind of moving really slow. And you do have to get certain certifications or paperwork in order to be able to move the fruit or coconuts and certain things that I eat on a regular basis from one place to another. And usually many big companies have, you know, they've got that on lock. So we'll see probably what the possibilities are with that. But when the mangoes are in season, oh, this is my ideal birthday cake. And so I'm watching several trees that are around me. There's one that's called a full belly mango. Like, full belly mango is about this big. And there's one that's even bigger that has like no fiber or whatever in it. It's like one of the most delicious things ever. And the other day I did get the opportunity to have some ackee fresh off the tree. One of the most delicious things I've ever tasted in my life. And you can't eat ackee raw and living, but it has to be completely ripe where it opens up by itself, right? You can't force it open because there's a gas that's in it. It gives off the gas, and also the pink flesh can be poisonous if it's not ripe. So we weren't able to get some ackee. Yeah. So anyway, back to locs before I forget. So it is so blazing hot here. And so sometimes I will just rinse my hair with tea or water. So I'm getting several cycles of haircuts. Well, my hair is very delicate, or I used to have beads and stuff in it. So I can see all of this probably eventually is going to break off. Yay. All right, so my hair is fine. So I think, again, the thing with the fine hair is, so you never know what the hair is going to look like, right? So this is the color. I'm not dyeing it. I'm not doing none of that stuff. It's not that I mind grooming, but I'm just not interested in being a slave to my hair. So I will say with this texture of hair, my hair is so fine that all of my locks are coming in straight. And so when you see all of this right here, sometimes I have a very fine, super delicate brush, but I just take a look at being in my hair so delicate, whatever you're going to be doing over time consistently, I think can weaken the hair. Yes, you have locks. Hey, greetings, Yakova. Yakova, wait a minute. Well, I know another Yakova bought Israel over in Dimona that I met many years ago. I don't know if this is the same Yakov. I'm sure there's a Yakov bought Israel. So that would be really funny if this is the same one that I met in Israel many years ago. Can you order some fruit? We'll see. I tried ordering from a company, but they was not reliable. I want to try sour. So, ooh, child. Soursop is in the market right now. And I'm also seeing this cherimoya that's in the same family, or guanabana. I don't know if it's guanabana. And then it's also custard apple, which is a little more custardy, kind of like makes me kind of think of a McDonald's apple pie, the inside filling of a McDonald's apple pie, but it's a little more creamy, custard apple. No, not the same. Okay. But what I did want to touch on, so I'm very clear, right? And let me say, I love my hair and I appreciate everything that I have. But this right here would be an issue for most folks. Flat locks, hair that grows away from the lock. The majority of the videos that I've seen on YouTube, they say that that's a problem if your locks grow away from the hair. And so that's many people's rationale for doing the, using the crochet needle to hook the hair back in, and the hair that grows away. Right. So I think if I was twisting this would be an issue. And again, if you're nervous about, okay, if my hair is going to grow away from the lock, is that going to make my lock very weak? But I'm definitely not on the twisting thing. And so what I found from time to time is I'll stick this in, right? I'll just push some hair in, or I just leave it, or I just smooth it like that. But again, many people, we freak out, or we're bothered by what our hair really looks like. So I had this thing about radical self-acceptance. This is what my hair is. This is what it does. And this is what it really looks like. And even after going on 30 years, only this is, I would say, my 4th year with locks, it's still a journey to not be so pulled in and enticed by popular media and Instagram and, corporate looks and stuff like that, just to be really comfortable with your hair. Because I find that each and every little insecurity is profitable for somebody else, and it undermines us. So while some of us may call it grooming, I think there's how do we distinguish between grooming and self-care and putting on so much stuff really to cover up insecurities, right? So I really have this thing about, this is what and I like to watch and observe what my hair actually does. So being that my hair is very fine, I've traded off the cylindrical type of lock, the round lock, and I started with double strand twists. For now, a wider base of a lock that is indeed, all of my locks are coming in very, very flat. Oh, you have married locks? So mine were so fine. I thought I would have really loved even some sister locks, but I could tell you, I'm not going to sit in nobody's chair for hours. I'm not doing it. Make a point. I'm not doing it. It doesn't appeal to me. This is the idea of just being a slave to my hair, even economically. Now, and one of my friends was doing sister locks way back in the day, and she had the most stunning sister locks I have ever seen. She's master hairstylist, master, even before it got really super duper popular. So, but I'm like, I'm just really with the low maintenance. So low maintenance means this is what the hair color is, this is what it does. And so the fact that it's very full, I think is a benefit if you have very, very fine hair. And so, so you can see my hair also tangles very easily. So you see the other one is moving. So I just rinsed it. So I can pull this apart if I want. So I always question, you know, should I let more of them come together like a big natty to see how full it would look, and to give it a wider base of support, because I know that's a concern, that it has enough support as it grows out, or to just let them grow as is. So I kind of just listen to my hair just like I'm listening to my body. So all of this is flat, so it looks puffy, but it's flat. And I'm definitely finding if I take and pull my hair back, which I like to do when I'm exercising, when it's wet, that will also contribute to them being compact. So this is soft, but I don't know if you can see with the light. This gets much more compact. And I actually like it nice and spongy and fluffy, but if I pull it back while it's wet, that will make it more compact. So I just keep noticing on every level that the hair just really likes to be left alone. So I probably only have about 40 or 42. And so I'm not really into counting locks. I just don't have a lot of them because, again, my hair is very, very fine. I want to combine my locks so they grow thicker. They're called Congo. So my Congos would maybe be, I don't think I could even call mine Congos. I don't even know if I could call it, this one might be as Congo. I have one, I would love Congos, but you see, now that they're growing, you can really see that they're flat. But being a bit more fluffy, it looks fuller. So it's not coming out here, my little afro, they're much flatter, but I am all for embracing it because this is what it does. I'm not really trying to fight. Now you can really see all of them are coming in flat. Now it's got a little bit length. So it's about, this past year is when I've seen the most growth. So maybe, I don't know how much that is, maybe about this much, but you can see where they've grown on. And these are much, much weaker. I'm sure all of these I'll get a nice little haircut eventually. So I'm just really into acceptance. And the camera makes it look a lot thicker than you have 99. Well, you're doing good, girl, because it's only 40 something, 42 locks over here, and it's not very dense in the back, so I can't normally see what it looks like. So I don't know if you can see, but it would appear spacey here. And for me wearing my hair in 2 ponytails, I have to be careful because I've trained the hair to be apart. And I'd rather, you know, it just come down like this. So I kind of got to just, my hair is constantly, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So I don't mind the flat locks because I think it's a definite benefit to people with very fine hair. So where if I was twisting my hair, it would look very, I would see a whole lot of scalp. But because I'm not twisting, I'm embracing the afro underneath. Whew. It is so hot here. It must be like going on. Not 100, it's not in the 106 and 107, but it's still up there in terms of the heat. Yes, I have flat locks in the back. I'm done with grooming my locks. Yeah, so I would say grooming for me is just washing, and I do some of this. And from time to time, I'll take this and stick a piece in here. And that's it. Because to me, it's not that I'm not into grooming, but being a slave, doing the most. My hair has communicated to me that it does not like to be done the most with. It wants to be left alone. If anything, I'll say now that it's hot, it does feel kind of like it has like carpet on my neck. So I don't care for that. But I'm just wondering how people move around with a lot of products or weight in their hair as it gets long. I don't think, me personally, I don't think I could take it. Not for me. Not for me. So excuse me, y'all. It's bleeding hot here, and I'm going to crack open one of these mangoes because, again, this is my birthday meal. Ooh, this is a nice one. And some of these actually taste like oranges. Where's my little fork? This one tastes almost like an orange, and this one doesn't have a lot of fiber in it. Yeah, but I don't mind it. And then, you know, we have this thing about being dry, as if our hair is silky. I mean, our hair is not meant to be, wool is not silky. It's not silky, so I embrace what my hair does. I embrace the wool. It's like cottony wool. Mm. Mm. But I'm all about embracing what my hair does, what my skin does. The more I've left everything alone, the better everything is, right? I don't worry about the food because I'm not eating anything processed. So from time to time, I may get a blemish, but that's a lot better than having a whole bunch of acne all over my face and discoloration. So I don't worry when I'm eating stuff like this. If anything, just all the old junk that we've eaten over the years has to come out. And most likely it's going to come out in our skin. I'd rather it come out through the skin and through the pores and sweat than it turn into a tumor or cyst growth. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the hair. You know, I'm just really embracing the frizziness. You can take a very, very soft brush. That's not going to grab the hair because, again, if the hair is delicate, you might damage it if you think of brushing it every time you rinse it or every time before you go out. So, yeah, being a minimalist with hair, that's why I'm a minimalist. I'm a minimalist with it, or my behavior is minimalist when it comes to hair because I just take that off the table. I don't worry about if I go to the beach. One thing I'll say is when you have very fine hair, your hair will dry a lot quicker. So that's a benefit. My scalp has never been better. So I don't have not one issue, not an ounce of dandruff, no itching. When I had cornrows back in the day, maybe like the second day of my scalp, even with the best braider, my scalp would be itching profusely, like crazy. So something about the scalp being open and exposed like that contributes to a lot of itching. So I have no dandruff. I don't have any buildup. If anything, over the time, you get natural sebum, but I mean, my hair's nice and clean, no odor, no smell. It's super duper lightweight, dries easy. So, you know, I used to look at, you know, our Caucasian counterparts. I'm like, wow, they have freedom. They can just wash and go. They don't have to do wash and go with like 20 million products. So I can literally wash or rinse and go. That is like a relief. So I'm all about the relief lifestyle. I don't have to worry about dieting and maintaining my weight and maintaining my hair. I don't have to put makeup on. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll do, you know, a photo shoot with makeup. But for the most part, it's really a relief to know that I don't have to put anything on my skin. And I feel comfortable in my skin. I don't have to put makeup on. I don't have to, you know, go to bed one way and be scared, you know, to be seen by myself, you know, or in the future if I'm with somebody, by somebody else. That is a relief. And I'm really big on mental health. I really find, though, I'm observing my own experience that being comfortable in your skin and radically accepting yourself, no matter what society and Instagram, because we are affected by this stuff. I take it off the table. And so radically accepting myself, I don't know, just give me a great sense of peace, of peace and relaxation when I don't feel so anxious. Every 10 seconds, I got to be at the beauty supply store. Even little bubbles, I like to decorate and I like shells and all of that, but I'm just finding you really, really just don't need all of that stuff. You know, you can have length if that's what you want, but just leave ourselves alone. The body has a natural intelligence and it knows what to do. What do you do to moisturize your locks? I find I don't need to moisturize the locks. And that's this thing with the no products at all. I've gone back and forth the last couple of years trying a little bit of oil. And then once I start doing something, I'm doing it for the soothing process of it. Feels so good. I'd start putting a lot of just natural coconut oil, and I found that gave me buildup. And then one day out of the blue, it felt like I had a coating of plastic in my hair. That was kind of traumatic to me. So I was like, I'm done with the oil. I've done almost a year on, off. Yeah. So I don't think the hair really needs to be moisturized per se. What I find is rather than moisturizing it, keeping it clean but not stripped, not putting anything harsh. So I'm not into chemicals. But I have incorporated a natural shampoo, one of the ones that costs a little bit more because I think there's a tremendous difference between a cheap shampoo like the VO5s and those Tutti Frutti 99 cents or $1.49 bottles of shampoo and a really good shampoo that's clear, that's sulfate-free, paraffin-free, silicone-free, like hardly has any ingredients in it that can clean your hair, but it doesn't strip your hair. So I'm finding when your hair is not stripped, it doesn't need any moisture. So it's dry, but it's not dry in a brittle sense. It's just dry because the hair is not wet. But it's not dry in terms of it's brittle and coarse. And I think we've kind of been trained that way from perms and straightening our hair. we think our hair needs all this moisture. It doesn't. It just feels like soft cotton, and I can feel a dramatic difference. It just doesn't need the oil. It's nice, pliable, flexible. So I'm not using anything. If anything, I use shampoo every now and then, diluted. That's it. Nothing. And to me, it's very, very freeing. So I don't need anything on my locks. And it takes a while to kind of reset your mind to I don't need anything on my locks, because everything gets trapped inside your hair. So initially it feels good, but eventually, especially if you have fine hair, it can weigh your hair down. And my concern is that over time, if it gets longer, that's going to weigh already on my very delicate hairline, right? So I would say, like, when rehab, if I was to braid all this, that would probably pull my whole hairline out. It's too delicate. It doesn't need it. And it's a good thing. It's a freedom to know that you just don't need all of that stuff. I enjoy you and your sister. Much love to you too. Oh, shalom. Thank you so much. Thank you for sending some positive vibes. So I just came on to share with y'all the blue mangoes and the number 11 mangoes. These things smell, oh my gosh, these smell like mango perfume. Oh my gosh. Then we have, I can't remember this one. I don't know if this is the apple mango, but this is our birthday fruit. So this is birthday cake for me. Sans the flour, all of this. I don't play games with that stuff in my house. And this is a good time, if you wasn't before, to get your immune system up with your personal movement practice, with dousing yourself with vegetables and fruits, especially fresh vegetables. And then once Labor Day hits, once we get through the warm period, we're anticipating, another wave. So it would behoove us to get our fitness and our immune system in order, and that also includes sleep. And then so all the time and attention be spent. I mean, even when I loved double strand twist, hours, and it was very creative, but spending all that time in my hair, that's time for working out. But that's time and money that can go into the garden or even put to the side for travel. So I just want to encourage you folks to really, embrace, what is divinely coming out of your scalp, right? Because Mother Nature knew what she was doing when she designed us, with those perfect genes from our ancestral bloodline. All right, folks, subscribe to the channel. Please feel free to check out on the website the Tiny Space workout. So if you have a tiny space, so it's African dance along with strength training, dynamic flexibility. So it's a lot of fun. You'll be bleeding with sweat in about 15, 20 minutes. You hit it, quit it, and move on to something else. So there's about 6 workouts now, and those are totally free. So I have them on my YouTube channel right now, on my website. They're linked Body-Culinary.com, and they're also on my Facebook, which is Kwasa Peaceful Eating, and also check out what I post on gardening and whole living foods on Body-Culinary on the Instagram page. All right, folks, I will see you all soon. Create a great rest of the day on purpose because you said so.